All right, I got my phone wedged in the dash there. I am not driving my truck for the last few days because my trailer that I've been using for work for many years, to sum it up, it cracked in half just from rust and just being old. I have to do some major work on it if I want to use it anymore. So I was gonna try, for a long time I've been thinking about trying to do my work out of a van rather than pulling the trailer around, because the trailer, it's nice to have that much room, but at the same time there's a lot of negative things that come along with it. You get trolled by the state troopers too much, and sheriffs and everything. They think they can just stop you and inspect your vehicle. They can, I guess, but they harass you with the trailer. And you know how it is. If they pull you over, they can find something that isn't working right. But so if I am not pulling the trailer on, that's an advantage. It's nice to have the room and the easy access and stuff, but I'm trying something different. So I bought a van from my friend for $900, and it's a 2003 Ford what's it called, E350 Super Duty. I got a good deal on it too, and I recharged the air conditioning. So right now I'm sitting in here. You can probably you can probably hear it better now. It's nice and cold in here, which is a positive thing, because when it's hot at work, you're outside in the sun and everything, it's nice for driving home if you're not sitting in a hot truck. So I'm doing the van thing for work. I'm trying it. Anyway, Fight the Flat Earth. Craig, your channel sucks, dude. Your channel sucks. And I've messaged you a couple times on Facebook. My comments don't show up in your chat or on your channel. And it's because the moderators that you have in the chat are turning it into a one-sided chat. So what your channel has become is a joke, Craig. Sorry. I don't like to even go to your channel anymore, because if you watch the chat over there, someone says the Earth's flat, they'll get timed out. It's just an echo chamber. It's just a joke. It's like they're spinning on a globe in their own little chat room. That's fine. You can't learn if you don't consider things, other possibilities. So speaking of Fight the Flat Earth, yesterday I was listening in, regretfully, I was listening in to Fight the Flat Earth, and there's a debate going on, or if you can call it a debate, a conversation going on. And excuse me, two things I want to bring up that Craig said more than once. And I've had MC Toon say it to me, and and here's what it is. It's intellectually dishonest, and it's trolling, and it makes zero sense what they're saying, okay? They say, no flat earther has ever provided a measurement of the flat earth. That's one thing. The other thing is, no flat earther has ever provided a measurement of the stationary Earth, of the Earth not rotating. Do you guys realize how dumb that is? Like, I was just trying to think of like an analogy that we could compare it to, okay? We're sitting at a table, and there's a bowl of fruit in the middle of the table. You're on one side of the table, I'm on the other side of the table. We're just sitting there. And I ask you, is that bowl of fruit moving? And I would hope that your answer would be, no, it's not moving. Because it's not moving. It's just a bowl of fruit sitting there, right? Well, what if I was to say to you, how do you know it's not moving? Can you give me a measurement of that not moving? Can you show me some data of it not moving? Show me some evidence of it not moving. That is, I can't even begin to explain how dumb that is. If something's not moving, there is no measurement of it moving. If something is stationary, that means it's not moving. And unless it's moving, there's no measurement of it moving. So if there was a measurement, it would be 0. Okay? Okay, so that's for moving. Now, let's take a measurement of it being flat. No one's ever measured the flat Earth. No one's ever provided a measurement of it being flat. Again, if you have a brain in your head and you can actually utilize it to think thoughts and to comprehend and perceive, what are you waiting for? Go. Sorry, guys. Traffic is horrible today. Okay. The van is much louder inside. I do admit that. Okay, so if the table, let's use the table again. So let's say the table's perfectly flat. It's like perfectly flat, okay? If we're sitting at the table and I ask you, is this table flat or does it have curvature? Is the top of the table curving? And you'd say, no, it's a flat table. And I would, again, if I was going to be like Craig and MC Toon and these guys who are trolling, they're strictly trolling, I would say, provide me some data. Provide me a measurement of it being flat, because what if I was taught that there was curvature on this table. So maybe there's curvature. So can you provide a measurement to show me that it's flat? Dumb. The measurement would be 0, guys. You know how we use that formula 666? 8 inches per mile squared. There's several different ways you can come to the amount of drop that there would be on a spherical Earth, right? So that would be a measurement, because it would be where you're standing and it would drop. But flat doesn't have a measurement. There is no measurement. It's just actually what you perceive. It's just like right now, I just put the van in park. Is the van moving right now? No, it's not. How do I have evidence of that? Well, let's do a little, let's look. See? It's not moving. That is evidence. It doesn't take a genius to understand these things. It takes a troll, I'll say, to not understand them. Give me a measurement of the flatness. So let's talk about that curvature really quick, and then I'm going into the store. Curvature, 8 inches per mile squared. That is, if you have a circle that's 24,901 miles in circumference, that means that if you go this far, it's going to drop this far. And there's a formula that you can use. There's several, actually. You can use Pythagorean theorem. You can use 8 inches per mile squared. And that's just the surface. It's just how far it drops off from whatever point you're deciding to start from. Now, the Earth doesn't do that, by the way. It doesn't. The surface of water does not drop 8 inches per mile squared. which on a globe it would. So you don't live on a globe. But if you want to perceive how something is stationary, you just have to notice that it's stationary. If you want to notice something rotating, you'd have to look, there would have to be motion. The earth doesn't have motion, obviously. If you think I'm wrong, go outside and look at the ground. There is no motion. There's something that does have rotation, though, and it's the stars in the sky. The sun, moon, stars, planets, they have rotation. This is a fact. Otherwise, you don't live on the earth. Go into your la-la land. You don't live on the earth if you think that the earth is rotating and the stars aren't. So anyway, yeah, boycott Craig's channel. Bunch of trolls over there in their little echo chamber of denial and absolute failure in mathematics, because they're looking for something that has a value of 0. They're telling you they need a measurement so that they can try to. They're just trolling. That's all. So yeah, Craig, if you see this, your mods suck, dude. They're ruining your channel. Because I don't go there. I don't go into your channel. I don't pay attention to what you're doing. I used to participate in all your debates. I used to always be there. Not anymore. Because your channel sucks. There's one other thing I was going to mention. 666. The mark of the beast. Or the number, or I mean the number of his name. The number of a man. Right? Just think about this once. You know how I've been telling you that this 8th wandering star that everyone is always talking about, the ISS? Half the people I know say it's fake, or it's being faked, actually. Like, men are faking it. The other half of the people say you're an idiot if you think it's not real. Okay? Well, I'm right in between. Because it's very real. No one's faking space. No one's faking the ISS. It's just the flat earthers, they're afraid to actually look at it. It's like Karen B was talking earlier on her channel. She was talking about some mansion or like some old construction or whatever. And she's like, are you guys really trying to say that, you know, this craftsmanship didn't take place from us? Like, we couldn't do that? So she's like, I'm not ready to say that. I know that we can do that. And I'm like, yeah, we can also build rockets that leave the atmosphere. And we can also build things that go 17,500 miles an hour. You can't do it down in the air. You have to do it where there's almost no air. But, so, 666. This beast in the Bible. You know, the dragon gives him his power and his seat and great authority. He has a dominion that was taken by transgression. That beast, that's the space station, guys. And his number is 666. And so, this is what I believe. I don't care if you disagree, and that's fine. I just encourage people to talk about it, to go in the comments under here and tell me what you think. The mark of the beast, it's the number of a man, and it's 666. The space station follows a certain path. 666. These people are always talking about how math is so accurate. Well, so is the Bible. All I would have to say is, do you have a father of lies? Because that's what this comes down to. You know, NASA and SpaceX and all these space things that so many of you think is being faked by your neighbor and his cousin and your friend that work at NASA or whatever. or that believe they're on a globe. Yeah, they're faking it. It's a hologram in the sky, and they just have all these projectors shooting all these holograms. No, it's actually something that we put up on rockets and sent it sideways really fast, and it stays there. That's part of the nature of this world. If you go up there and do that, that's what happens. It's perpetual falling. Show some discernment, flat earthers. You want your whole life not seeing this truth, and then suddenly you see it clearly? Show a little discernment. Think bigger. We're not struggling against flesh and blood. We're struggling literally against the devil and his fallen angels in the firmament. They're bound there. So, of course, they want men to go there. And in the vision of St. Paul, he went up and the angel told him to look back on the firmament. He was in the second heaven. He said, look back on the firmament. And Paul said he looked back on the firmament, and there he saw, he named a bunch of evil spirits. The spirit of fornication, the spirit of madness, and the spirit of all these spirits. And then he said, and they draw down to themselves the hearts of men. You guys look at what the world's trying to do now. Let's go to Mars. Let's go to Mars. Yeah, that's exactly what Paul was seeing up there. Evil, deception, darkness. We've inherited lies, guys. That's all I gotta say. Have a wonderful day and get off the globe. Time's running out. If you know that you're on a globe, I'm gonna have to say that I think you're marked with something that you don't want to be marked with. And right now I know that there's still time to overcome this deception. Seek the truth. Seek his name up there. He's the one that's revealing these things to us. However that happens. Love you guys. See ya.